of the heart and the rending of the heart to allow brokenness to come. And the greatest that you will ever see Jesus Christ is when he said, not my will, but thine be done. The power of brokenness. We need to be broken. Every one of us need to be broken. Our careers are too much ahead of God. Our ambitions are too much ahead of God. Our college degrees are too much ahead of God. The light has gone out in your eyes, and you don't even know it, because it's been so long since you plowed up the fallow ground of your heart and you were broken. 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter, talks about Agag. God told Saul, he said, I want you to go to the Amalekites, and I want you totally to destroy every one of them. Another portion of Scripture says, the Amalekites are with you always. This is a type of the flesh. The flesh is with you always. That's the reason Paul said the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I kill the flesh. I die daily. That does away with your once saved, always saved. Oh no, you can be saved and then be lost if the flesh is not broken. Broken. This is what breaks up marriages. This is what breaks up careers. This is what breaks up beautiful athletic futures, is when people are overcome by the flesh. You must kill the Amalekites, and you must kill every one of them. He said, don't you spare anything. You kill all of the Amalekites. And so Samuel comes by to check. Nosy preacher, nosy preacher. Did you do all that God told you to do? He said, oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. And all of a sudden the sheep began to blate. All of a sudden the cows began to low. Have you got everything out of your heart? Are you ready for this new dimension? Have you got everything out of your heart? All of a sudden pornography begins to cry out. All of a sudden your flirtatious ways begins to scream. You got a few sheep and a few cows you didn't kill. And then all of a sudden Agag was brought out, eating fried chicken at the king's table. And Samuel said, what in the world is he doing alive? He said, well, I thought I could use him for further ransom. He said, God said, kill everything. And he said, especially you kill the king of your own desires. You got to kill the main thing, because everything in us is controlled by one thing. It may be money. It may be lust. It may be drugs. You got to kill the main one. You don't leave Agag alive. He said, get me a sword, and this old prophet hewed Agag to pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, before you have a present Pentecost and a post-Pentecost, you've got to hew Agag to pieces. Rend your hearts and not your garments. I want to ask all of you kids that went through the True Love Wait program, is True Love still waiting? Are you still virtuous? We got several girls that's going to this church and part of this church that didn't wait. And now they're going to suffer pain for the rest of their life. We love them, we forgive them, but that's still going to take away the scars. I can tell you this, I don't know if you're still virtuous, but some of you don't dress virtuous. You dress so suggestive with your plunging necklines and your high hemlines. What about your frolicking on 6th Street at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning? I want to tell you, mamas and daddies, something, that your kids never leave home. They may go get them an apartment. You better know where they are like they are at home. And everybody thinks this is all right. It's all right. I want to tell you, moms and dads, again, when you ship these kids off to campus, you better not, and to college, you better not encourage them to be part of that system. You better keep them out of fraternities and sororities and off of every ungodly thing you can. Because every college system in America is trying to get to your kid's heart through their brain. And don't you encourage junk.